Kia ora, Tony Wood here, the minister at Johnsonville Uniting Church, wishing you a happy long Matariki weekend. And in the tradition of Matariki, may you celebrate all of the good things you have in your life this weekend. Over this week, there were two occasions when I came across things that caused me moments of celebration. One was reading in the newspaper the story of a 3-year-old boy who had a rare disease and illness that caused him not to be able to eat because it caused him great pain. And members of the New Zealand community had put money together to send this boy and his family to Austria to have a life-changing operation, but also to get the therapy that would help him to eat again and not associate eating food with pain. And in the story that I was reading, the boy's father was saying that the family is just delighted as their son now is smashing it at meal times. And what a great thing to celebrate, that father saying. Also in the story, he said there was one person who was anonymous who had contributed $8,000 towards their trip and that procedure in Austria, and how thankful they were for that. I also this week came across a very good friend who I met many years ago when I helped settle his family in New Zealand as refugees from Afghanistan. And I was reminded of the fact that a ship's captain on board the MV Tampa rescued the Afghanistani refugees from the middle of the ocean, and then in defiance of the Australian government sailed into Australian territory and took them to a safe refuge. And but for the actions of that ship's captain, they would not be here enjoying all of the life that New Zealand and Matariki has to offer. Those are great causes for celebration. And another Bible verse comes to mind for me, and that's Romans chapter 2, where it says, when people who do not have the law do what the laws require of them, it then shows that God's law is written in their hearts. Now, in those two stories I shared with you, I have no idea if anyone involved with them is Christian or not Christian at all. But their actions were those who showed that God's laws were written on their hearts. They are things to celebrate, and for those families they will never forget. But it is a moment of inspiration and reflection to us who do worship God to think, are we taking our part in that? And where we have taken our part in that, what are the stories that we have to share? And as things come across our path, what are the right things to do? God bless you this Matariki. Let's make more stories to celebrate.